So currently the internet is in full meltdown mode over an alleged UFO captured over Arizona in a city called Bullhead. Okay, it's been posted 23 hours ago on Reddit by a user called Boon Shark. I don't think he's the original author of the video, but apparently this has been filmed on the 29th of November this year, so it's just literally 2 days old. During the video you can hear him speak to his brother on the phone, so apparently people are assuming that he's witnessing the same thing. I couldn't really confirm that, to be honest. He's just telling him what he's seeing. It's been filmed at 7:20 p.m, so it's not like 3-4 in the morning or something. It is just early evening basically. The video is fairly long. It is 2 minutes 36. I want to watch it with you guys, but unfortunately I can't play the audio because the guy is swearing so much. You can hear some kids in the background. And he's just like, oh my God, effing this, and can you see this S, and blah, blah, blah. So I want you to notice a few things. And again, I'll link this thread down in the description. So if you want to go and watch the full video by yourself with all the swearing included, then feel free to do that. He's clearly very shocked, right? He's acting like this is crazy. So you can see this big central light here in the middle. You see two lights next to it. And then you see somewhat of a light cluster sitting above it right here. A lot of people are pointing that out and are saying like, oh my God, there's even this big light cluster above it. Now, this is not the only light that they're seeing this day. You will see as the video unfolds, there are more lights popping up. I'm going to fast forward here a little bit because there's not a lot happening. I mean, keep in mind, these lights are not necessarily moving. They're kind of static. You can see they're filming it from their car. It is quite far away, way behind these houses. Now you see other lights popping up here on the left-hand side. Right? And notice, as you're watching this, that there's a little bit of light bleed every now and then. It feels like the light from this light source here bleeds out to the left-hand side. Now this light disappears almost. So it is a bit of a light show. I think later on in the video, you see now more lights are popping up on the very left-hand side. Oh God, I'm going to have to turn this around for you guys. But you see there are more lights over here on the left-hand side popping up next to the lights here. So it's a whole light show on the horizon. But again, as we're looking at this first time, I want you guys to notice that it's not lights zigzagging through the sky doing irrational movements. It is pretty much static lights, more or less, in terms of their location, and they come on and off. So that already tells me it's like, yeah, I'm not sure it's extraterrestrials. But let's see where we get to this. Let's see whether we can explain or debunk this. And that's basically it. Now, a lot of people are pointing out that there's also a second alleged video filming allegedly again the same phenomenon, and that is this one. Okay, I think this one can have audio. Let me see.
Quiet. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it on the camera. It's like a dome.
They're swearing less, so we're fine.
Quiet.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
Like literally,
Look
dude,
at that
that's
thing.
weird in the sky right there.
Dude,
Dude, are we watching a comet or shooting star falling?
No, that's not moving quick enough. There's no tail.
So this one is titled, "This UAP was spotted in April in Arizona while on a fishing trip ascending into the sky." So it's been filmed in Arizona, and this is cool, right? Check it out. The light in a second, it really ascends up into
Look
the
how the
sky.
light's going off in two sides, though.
Look, it's moving.
Look,
Look at
it's
the lights
flying up.
moving.
It's funny because it's been moving since a minute, and only now he says this.
Oh my God.
And now
God, I see that.
it kind of flies off.
It's taking off. No fucking way.
What the fuck? It just went out to space.
It went out to space,
It just
okay.
went out-
So the problem is that a lot of people are pointing this out. I've seen it on Reddit countless times because people are like debunking the other one. They're like, this is how the other UFO sighting took place and why it looks the way it does. And then people are like, well, someone didn't see the second video of the incidents. Like, no, dude, this has been filmed in April. This is a whole different thing. I don't know what happened here. To me, the light, to be honest, that they're filming that kind of descends into space like this one looks imposed. That looks like CGI to me, like they added it afterwards. And then also it starts moving very early on, and only after a minute it moves, the guy's like, oh, look, it's moving. So discrepancy between audio. But anyway, I'm not here to debunk this particular video. I want to focus on the first video that we just looked at, filmed in Bullhead, Arizona. This is the one that's currently going viral. That's the one that everyone's talking about. So I want to focus on that and potentially debunk that. I just wanted to make the point that these two videos, they don't correlate. It's a whole different thing. Besides them both happening in Arizona, allegedly, that's the only thing that connects these two videos. So let's focus on this. What do we know about this video? First of all, someone on Reddit, user Gyro Dejasinsin, found the exact location where this was filmed. And you can zoom out a bit, right? The car must have been somewhere around here, but then they were zooming in as well. So the crop that you see in the video is roughly something like this. You can see these houses on the left-hand side here, and they do perfectly line up, okay? Now, what do we notice looking at this? It's pretty obvious, to be honest with you. We notice that this road is going downhill. It descends into this valley down here. It is not an even road in the sense that it's like on a straight plane. It goes downhill, and then on the other side, these hills are ascending, right? They are rising, and there are roads all over this hillside that you see here. And therein lies the clue of what we're looking at in this original video. And people have gone through the effort of actually superimposing this view that you see here with the lights, okay, and the exact location. And I want you guys to pay attention to the houses, okay? The houses and the roofs down here perfectly line up with the video. So this is Google Street View. This is the video. Do you see this? So it's a perfect match in terms of the houses and the roofs. It's exactly the same. And now you can see the location of these lights. Look at the lights here. And it looks like they're hovering over the city, right? It looks like they're quite far up, but because the road is descending and the camera angle is basically pointing downhill, you get this illusion that these lights are hovering above the city because you can't see the hills, the hillside behind the town during the night. It just looks like the night sky, especially recording it with the potato camera, as these people do. So I think that's what it is. And then also, Debunked has done a great job of diving deeper into this, including Mick West. He did his own video about it, explaining what's going on here. But what they did is, or what Mick West did, I believe. I think he did that, yeah. So credit goes to him. But you can see he painted some of the roads in there. So there's this blue line that indicates a road. There's this red line up here that indicates a road. And then he broke that down to eye level. Okay, so here we have that red line indicating a road, and the blue line over here indicating a road. And you can actually see, even better in this one, that the lights are actually somewhat lining up with the roads on the horizon. Okay, so exactly where the red line is going and the green line as well, there is a road. Then there's a light here. That's the one that popped up on the left-hand side. And then there's one over here on the right-hand side. So I think it's fair to conclude that these are probably off-road vehicles. It's people over there on that other side behind town, in the desert, in these hills, driving around, and these are their headlights. These are just cars riding on those roads, or maybe stopping, right? They might be parked there. Well, I don't know what people are doing, but considering the location, considering how they break down with the street view angle where you look down the road, down the hill, it's pretty clear that it is some source of light on a road, and it makes a lot of sense that it's actually probably a car. You can also see that Mick West blacked out the light source that sits on the top right above the other light source, and the reason for that is that he's theorizing, and I agree with that this is basically a lens cap reflection. It is basically a reflection of this light source or some of the other light sources that is then mirrored to the top right hand side, which gives you the illusion of there being a center light and like two lights hovering around it, which is great, right? It's one of those optical illusions, but it is not real. It is just a reflection, and the same applies to the light that we see flickering up here above the object. Again, loads of believers are pointing this out, and they're like, "What? But you haven't addressed the lights that are flickering above the object in the sky. Like, that's way above the hill line." It's like, yes, but that's just a reflection as well. It's basically a reflection of the city lights underneath. We get this regularly. It's a pretty common phenomenon. But the way this reveals itself to be just a reflection is the way it moves. It moves with the camera movement. It is part of the camera stabilization that it seems to be moving that irrationally up there, right? You can see it mirrors the movement of the camera, and it does not reflect an actual object flying up here in the sky. So it's just another example. Again, Mick West broke it down in like 1 minute 50 or something in his video. He makes it very short and condensed. But I'll link his video in the description as well, so you can go check it out. He's explaining it in even more detail, why that reflection is up here. So that light is a reflection. The one that sits above it is a reflection. This is most probably a car. Then there's the other cars on the left-hand side. That lines up with the road as well. So I'm confident to give this... Okay, it's debunked, guys. It's explained, at least. And then also just the fact that if you would have a big light like this, like that kind of light show in the sky above the city where I don't know how many people live in Bullhead. More than 43,000 people, right? If you have something like this hovering close to the city in the sky, surely more than this one family would witness it. There would be other footage. And it really confuses me because presumably the guy who filmed it, I have to assume this, lives there. He knows that there are hills behind that city line. Do you know what I mean? Like, he knows it. So why is he putting on this show? It's like, oh my God, have you seen, oh my God. He's losing his mind in the video. And I don't know if he's just intentionally putting on a show or if he is literally not bright enough to understand that what he sees during the day is still there at night, right? The hills don't go away at night just because you can't see them and it's dark. Like, it boggles the mind, like, why he reacts like this. I have to assume, I mean, it's also on TikTok and stuff, that he's probably trying to farm clicks. That's why he freaked out the way he did. I mean, I just can't imagine that someone is so stupid to not know this again, assuming that he lives there, to not know that there are roads and other cars on the hillside. And to be honest, it's probably a pretty common phenomenon. This is 7 p.m. at night. It's probably like every night you see cars and lights moving on the other side of the city, so it's not like that's the first time. And so anyway, you can leave your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. I'm curious to hear them. Do you think he intentionally put on the show? I mean, check the video by yourself. The link is in the description with all the swearing. Or do you think he may have not been from the area and he didn't know there are hills on the other side and he was just genuinely confused? Because to be honest, his reaction does sound quite genuine. I don't know. But that's what it is. In my opinion, that's an explanation that deserves the debunk stamp. It's pretty clear. But again, the internet is in full meltdown mode. If you go to Twitter right now and you type in Arizona UFO, you find so many clips. There's multiple UFOs spotted over Arizona last night. An incredible sighting took place in Arizona last night. The person filming says when they zoomed in, you can see that it's a saucer. That's another thing. A lot of people are like, dude, it's actually saucer shaped. It's like, no, that's what I said in the beginning, right? The light bleeding out from that light source. That's the headlight of the car spreading out over the landscape. You know, you have a light source. It shines on the landscape, so it looks like it extends. It's so mind-bogglingly stupid once again. But you can see how many posts there are. It is wild how many people are making this connection to the other video as well. It's like, here's another video. You haven't seen the other video. The internet is in full meltdown mode over this clip, and it's like, it's not even a good clip. It's not even a good clip. It's so easy to explain. It looks like garbage. The film itself, it's... Anyway. These are my thoughts, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. Don't forget to smash the like button. Share your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would appreciate that. I see you guys in the next one. Take care. Join the Discord. We have a Discord, okay? I'm hanging out there. Many others are as well. So I'd hope to meet you over there. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. And I'm out. Bye.